Hi everyone, delonewolf here and welcome back for some more foundation. As you can see, I'm like 6.5 hours in, like 2.5 hours after the last update on this one, and quite a bit has changed because we now have 25 commoners, and at 20 you unlock quite a little bit of extra stuff. Now we just finished a sheep farm. I've got some unemployed people, so we are going to add a sheep herder. Then we're gonna spawn like 4 sheep. Then it says don't abuse. The main reason is, yep, in real raw resources like well, wool is now happens to be going up all of a sudden, so I'll probably need to build some extra buildings as well. But especially my wheat is lacking a little bit, and that is why I am doing this. I think that's really cool actually. So I build up a wheat farm here. We get 3 farmers, but they don't really have a good place to put their wheat just yet. So what I'm doing, we've got a lumber camp here that is going to clear out all of these trees, and I said I painted this area to become the wheat farm once that is done. And you can see as they clear away trees, they're now also slowly planting these crops here. I think that looks very, very cool. Something else that I did, of course, in the last video, you saw that I made this rustic church, and then I put down a little market here where we sell some food and some clothes. And as expected, they are building houses all around this little town center, and I really like the fact that we've got this little foresty area here where basically we still have trees, a shade for all of these people as well. It's very cool. Something else that I noticed down here, for instance, they started building houses, and up here as well. So wherever you start to put down jobs for them, they will actually start to build very close to that, even if the desirability is not the highest that's available. So that basically forced me to put down another church, and here we went for like a really big market. We're selling all the foods that I'm producing at the moment: berries, bread, cheese and fish. And then we've got some extra clothes here as well. All of that is running, and so this will then also become another strip of living places. I think it's very, very cool. And then the unlocks, of course, right here we have an iron mine going. We've got a coal hut, iron smelter, and then a blacksmith that is now producing tools. And I still need to make something else as well, the cooperage or something like that. In the meantime, we get another fisher's hut. That's done. And is it which one? Oh no, actually it was down here that I made one. So let's do that over here. And wasn't I building something else? Yeah, over here I'm also going to build another warehouse to store all of that stuff so that we have extra room for production. And up here, a bit more stone. I'm also now adding a stone mason, and so that's why these people started to live over here. 97% happiness. Everyone has everything that they need at the moment. That is really awesome. And yeah, we can expand here for more living places, but for now I think we want to focus on this bit, because over here we can clearly see that we'll have a lot more jobs potentially, and down here as well a nice production center. So these tools are going well. I now don't need to import them as much anymore, and let's see what comes next. Then for here I need 10 citizens in order to unlock extra stuff, including a tax office. That could be good. I still need something to get that trade bonus going. And over here, a hunter's hut is still locked, and a weaponsmith as well. We'll want that at some point. And then here, what I really need to focus on probably is the clergy. So I think that's going to be my next project. We're going to try to build a big church, because we unlocked that, but we only have some of these rustic churches so far. We're 40 months, 4 weeks and 6 days. I am going to wait a little bit because I want to like improve the lives of some of my citizens over here as well. That means I need some gold. And then here the fishermen are doing their job quite nicely, so that's good. Here you can build plenty of houses down here as well normally. And employment at 2, that is fine. And then yeah, build this up, that'll help as well. I really think this is an amazing little game, honestly. So far, really relaxed, very fun to play. And once you get past the initial hurdle, there's like this one little economic bottleneck early on. I really feel like I can play this at 1x speed, just enjoy everything, and just take your time, build everything the way you want to. So here I think we'll put up some coal, some iron and iron ore, and then for the final one I guess barrels. maybe wood. Actually, I'm going wood here because these guys need wood as well. I am producing that here, but having an extra place to dump them could be useful. The splendor of your village has unlocked a new tier of unlockables. Really? Where? Not here. Okay, not sure. Gain a trade bonus of 20%, and for that I need some extra labor. In Kingdom I've got 24, but for some reason I can't unlock these yet. Oh, need more. I actually need more splendor, so I'm gonna need some stuff to build up here. And then here we get 31. That doesn't... 65. Oh, I could probably get to those tax offices basically. And what's the problem here? I need 20 more, so I need to build stuff. And this is what I was waiting for. Not sure if you saw that in the last video, but once a month, right at the start of the next month, we get a chance to do some promotions. So let's see what do we want here. I mean, this is expensive, 200 gold to promote someone to a citizen, but I'm definitely doing that. Then I'm gonna put one. I try to get to 30. I think that's okay to do. It's gonna be expensive. 1, 2, 3. The hop farm and the brewery are now available. This puts me at 30, and then do I have 20 gold left to put my my serfs at 55. Nice round numbers, and there we go. All my gold is gone. We'll have to do something about that. But this does mean 2 citizens now on my way to the needed 10. No, 20? No, 10. There we go. And 30 commoners. That means we have the hop farm and the brewery that we can make now as well. Over here, what's happening? The house is upgrading. All right. Ooh, and then we'll need taverns as well, which I can make, if I'm not mistaken. Tavern. Or is that here? Taverns. Okay, 150 gold. A little bit expensive. But so that's going to be my next project, I guess. Now that everything here is up and running, we're going to try to make some beer, which is using the brewery and the hops farm. 200 gold, 100 gold. All right. And what does it cost to build a church? A regular church. Let's see here. A little. That's actually okay in gold. And I think, considering we got one here, and they're building nicely around that, a big church over here, well, big, not too big, but a nice church over here could, of course, be helpful. So let's see extensions, and here's a core. So we're just gonna put this puppy down, something like, maybe do like a cross-shaped one. That could be cool, if I can. Let's see. So I'm gonna make this like the entrance, and that means we need a doorway like that. Then I want a first extension here. That can be a small one. And then I want one to be like that and like that. Give them doors as well. That gives them plenty of ways to oops, let's turn that around to get in here. And then I want maybe another one of these. Then we'll take a big tower, which I'll make higher like that. I think that looks like it could be a cool church, right? What about this? What does that look like? Maybe behind the tower? Yeah, a little extra extension here. I think that looks okay. And then, of course, we want to cross on top of our tower. And that's an arch. Actually kind of like the look of that as well. Let's see. Or maybe on the side of the tower, just to give it like that bit of extra structure. 5 stone, 10 tools. That is kind of expensive. And I could make that a little bit higher so that people can potentially pass underneath it. Maybe even one more. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Like that. Like that. Yes. And I want to turn this around. There we go. Nice and symmetrical. I think this looks pretty cool. Do we need gargoyles to guard this? Yeah, we'll put gargoyles on these two parts. And for a first church, I think this is looking quite good. We need 135 polished stone, and we've got everything else. 400 gold. I don't have that, but I can press start construction. Let's see what happens then. Okay. Doesn't get rid of all my gold. I'm not sure exactly how this works. But as I've said in the previous video, so far it looks like you can't really go negative anymore. And as a result, yeah, you sometimes bump onto 0, but it feels a lot harder, easier I should say, to get a decent amount of gold at this point once you get in a positive cash flow and you start to produce everything. So I love this as well. Look at that. We've got our stones, very nice visible. We get our extra wood here as well. And then the planks that shows up. The details here are great. Feels very sandboxy, super relaxed, can do whatever I want. And over here I will... Oh, I need a transporter here, of course. I'll do another one. In fact, we'll just make sure that we get plenty of them. These should get assigned here or somewhere else, wherever they're needed. And we should start to see stuff come along. And then if I look at the influence for iron ore, I can still build lots of mines to take care of that. So we could increase our supply there without any problem. 2 villagers come and 1 decided to stay. I'm at 99 happiness still. So that is looking good. And over here, can I see you guys chopping stuff down? Well, over here, is that full? That is full of wood. So I think that's basically the problem right now. A lot of this stuff is just full of wood. And so we could either go for another coal hut. How's that looking? 27. Compared to everything else, it's lagging behind maybe a little bit. So we could try a coal hut somewhere, like in the middle of this. Maybe over here? I'm not so sure that that's good for my animals and my crops. Maybe up here? Just, I don't think that they'll like that. Let's take a quick look at desirability for residential. Yeah, they don't really like to live too close to workplaces. So we're actually gonna build that one maybe back here, because we've got a lot of wood here as well, and we can definitely extend with more production buildings there as well. So let's see if I have the gold for any of that. And I still need to make this as well. Barrels for my wine and probably, let's see, for my brewery. Oh, that's just water and hop. That could actually be done pretty easily. Okay. Coal hut 100, I got it. And you are going to go maybe on this side. Like that. Okay, what about this church? Are they bringing stuff? 34 polished stone. My reserves are down to 7. That's not good. My regular stone reserves are 200. That should be fine. Yeah, we'll be okay. So that's a big project that's underway over here. And that'll then hopefully help me with my clergy. Although I already have 31. And that needs 50 citizens to get a monastery. That's a bit of work. And what about this? 20. And I have 4. I think that church is going to unlock this trade bonus for me. And then for labor, that's going to be like markets. Market stuff. Which we can build around here as well. So that'll be okay to get to that next unlock there. That'll work. That'll work. How many here? Still just 1. All of them have a job though. Aha! And he's building up a reserve of wood, which this one needs. So that should help with that efficiency as well. Oh, and down here, oh, I am building the cooperage. I'd forgotten that I'd put that order in, which means that I now need to... Well, we can still keep making stuff on this part, and I will extend here with another church, more places for people to live. It's gonna be great. This is gonna be a very nice town. And then I think after clergy, we'll try to get that military stuff going, because that has changed a lot as well. I accidentally clicked on this, but you'll have a tab for your army, available missions, accepted missions, and then a battle history. Definitely something that I haven't seen before. So I want to be careful. I want to have a strong economy before we get started on that. This is still early in the month, so that is fine. And here you can see the clearing is slowly getting better. I should probably still go like that. And I'm hoping that this will help with my stockpiles of wheat, because that's something that I'm suffering with, despite the fact that my food is doing just fine at the moment. And then maybe one last note of something that happened in the 2.5 hours that I played since the last video. We had like a weather event, lots and lots of rain for weeks on end, I would say, in the game. And that had an impact, which was a modifier that you saw down here that cut my crop yields in half. So for my wheat and for these berries, that was half as bad, but you did get 20% extra fish, so we managed to cruise through that event pretty easily. But that's also something new from my first playthrough of Foundation, that we now have weather effects that give you special bonuses and penalties to certain productions that you'll have to go through. Maybe there's gonna be more stuff that we'll need to look at later down the line. And can I click on this church? Yeah, at the moment they're bringing in that polished stone. Everything that's made available is gonna go into this mega project, which is gonna look very cool, I think, when it's finished. Of course, it's nothing compared to like a monastery or a big fort. We'll need those as well, but look at how much room we still have to grow. All the resources we're going to then grab. And down here we get the other side of the river as well. Pretty sandy place here. We could do some cool stuff there as well. So yeah, very, very fun for me at the moment, building this stuff up. I also added a little bit of this wheat production right around the windmill, just to get a slightly better yield. And then this organically happened. All of this was one big field, and then because of this house, I think they made a path this way. I think now it looks so cool. This little place here. We got the fisheries down here by the river, and then over here we're growing our crops. And get a windmill nicely on top of the hill. Here, that's where the workers are living. They've got their own little church and their markets. And then if we go over here, right, lots of animals. We're building our next field over here. Again, with markets, lots of people living. Big city center with my house, you could say. Some more markets that sell stuff. And then here, this neighborhood, I absolutely love that one. In the shade, in the forest. This is really prime real estate right around this rustic church in the middle of the park or the forest. And then they've got their own little markets down here. And you can go in here. Look at that. Shady little roads down into these houses with their own gardens. Very, very cool. And all of this happens without me planning it, right? They're building their houses wherever they want and wherever they can. So this is very, very nice. Another 3 people coming in. We are at 3 unemployed. We're gonna get to 6, so we will want to make some job buildings as well at some point. How are we doing? This is fine. What about my cheese production? That's okay. And my milk? Yeah, all right. 2 of these. That seems to be all right. It's still wheat that's lacking, so I think I'm gonna still have to upgrade that as well. Maybe even put one up here. Actually, that could be nice, right? Some more food production here. So wheat, and then another. Just get a local production center going with its bakery and everything that we need there as well. I think that could work. And there's our new citizens coming to live into this town. I wish I could upgrade this a little bit, which you can with like these decorations, but for now there's not that much that I would want to do. I think I mean, maybe like some road signs here and there. Although I want them to make sense. So there's one over here. Is there another like crossroad where you could say, yeah, here I think. So you get production down there, and then the second farm is over here, and you could put that over here. They'll build that. That'll be all right. And yeah, really, really loving the game at this point. I'm gonna keep playing this a little bit more, but that's gonna be our second update for Foundation. As I've said, at this point I don't feel any need to rush or to increase the speed. I just enjoy how this will slowly, there they come, with all of these resources, become a massive church. Then we'll build markets around that, and we'll continue to expand our building, our city. Thank you very much for watching, guys, and I'll see you all next time.